Today we are going to talk about streaming software, web-based. So whether you are going to start off, which I would recommend starting off with a web-based streaming service like Restream, and then you also have software that you download, ECAMM, OBS, vMix. I'm going to show a little bit of ECAMM and OBS. So let's go into here. So this is my laptop, and this is me bringing in the laptop. This is Restream. So in Restream, you could go in here, you go into the live producer, and right there's my camera. Now this camera is actually a Mevo Start, and I just realized this today that you could bring it in. So you go over here to videos, and if you notice, I'm using NDI on my laptop. So using NDI software on my laptop, I could bring in the Mevo Start remotely. So that's the camera I'm using. So you have your camera here. You come to the plus, and this is not a demonstration to show how to do this. I'm just giving you examples of software, web-based. If you're just getting into this and you don't want to just go straight through, like let's say you're doing YouTube, and you don't want to just go straight through the YouTube streamer, I would tell you to start with something like Restream. So let's go ahead and add a video. Just gonna add this one real quick. So here you are in the in your camera. So you do your show, you're talking, yada yada yada. You want to play a video, you could just hit the plus here, minus here. All right, doing a quick video test. Want to see how the audio and everything is working. And then you could come back to your camera. I'm pretty sure if you use this and you practice, it's a lot smoother. I don't use Restream in this way, and I'm going to show you real quick how I use it. But you could add a camera, you could add a video, you could, once you mess with it and learn how to use it, I think it's here. You could change the way your camera looks. I believe you could even do interviews. So here's a button, invite a guest. There's a lot you could do with web-based software. I prefer personally at this point to just use software that's installed on the computer. What I use Restream for is for restreaming. So if I want to stream to multiple sites, I could do that. So here's the basic network YouTube channel that's already ticked. These are like Facebook's, Instagram. Do I have Instagram? No, Twitter. This is Twitch, a couple Facebooks. You just tick all these, give it a title, and it will stream. If you use Restream as your camera source in the software, it will stream it out to all these other sources for you. So let's go ahead and close this, and let's go into OBS. Now here's OBS, and again, I'm using a Mevo Start, which is on my network. So this is wirelessly coming in. I'm using the Mevo Wireless Cam software, and I'm using a Mevo Start over here, and this is OBS. And this is the first time I'm doing this. I don't know how well it's going to work, but you could add multiple cameras, multiple scenes. There's a lot you could do with this software. Now, I use this software whenever I'm using a Windows computer. I'm more Mac dedicated now, especially for the streaming part. So this is not, you could use it on a Mac, but if you're going to go Mac, we're going to get into the other software for Mac. And you could add multiple cameras, you could add videos, you just hit the plus, give it a name, and then you have a whole list of things you could add, videos, screens, all kinds of things. So this is just an example. You could have multiple audio, microphones and multiple audio. Just trying to keep it basic. Not going to get into details. If you are interested in Restream or OBS or eCam, there's links that I could provide to people that will get more in depth with the software. I'm just giving you guys examples here. Now let's talk about eCam a little bit. I'm going to go into demo mode here. That way you could see what it is I'm looking at. And here in eCam, you will have your sound effects, you have your scenes. I have multiple scenes here. Now, I use a Stream Deck to control all this, but you could just click around. So if I click around here, you'll have things change a little bit. I don't know what happened to that camera, but then you got this camera, because I got multiple cameras. You got that camera. That camera I had turned off for a different demo. And then, you could have your different camera sources here. And then here you would have your overlays. You could bring things on the screen. I'm on blah, sorry. I'm on Mac now for streaming and eCam. But you could still use OBS, you could still use Restream and any of the other, services out there. And you have your chat down here. So if anyone was to say anything, it would be coming in on this box underneath the main screen. You have your audio where you could monitor it, so you can see the bars jumping up and down whenever I speak. I mean, there's so much. I don't even have everything on the screen. You got your interview mode. I just popped that in the screen. So if I open this, I would send someone a link. They could come in. We would have, camera on camera next to each other. We'd do an interview. There is so much that you could do. Here's another one here where you could utilize like a green screen. You could zoom in, zoom out. Again, just giving you options, keeping this basic. This is not a training to show you how to use the software, just showing you different options. So what you decide to use is completely up to you. And that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you get some information from this, and I will see you next week.